Today I'm going to talk to you about managing workplace conflict. This is written by John Peabody, published on The Boss magazine on 2008 issue. The, the coworker you used to look forward to sharing lunch with has now become the person you dread running into the hallway or in the elevator. The goodwill and laughter that colored your previous interactions have been replaced by curt words and cold stares because word travels fast in the office rumor mill. You realize it probably wasn't such a wise idea to gossip about your former friend's dislike of your supervisor with your other colleagues. But battle lines have been drawn, so to speak, in this workplace conflict. There is a silent war being waged on a professional turf. Ideally, the workplace conflicts should be resolved quickly, quietly, and with minimal fanfare, but there are bound to be casualties, and individual egos, reputation, and professional status are all in play. What matters most in workplace conflict is that you protect yourself from the fallout of such disagreements while successfully painting your nemesis as the unquestionable bad guy of the office. You should never attempt to resolve a workplace conflict in a dramatic and public manner, as reason and rationality will quickly fly straight out of the window. Logic and precise calculation are the best weapons in your arsenal, and these are impossible to employ when your judgment is colored with a panic and strong emotion that often goes hand in hand with a workplace conflict. If you want to be able to come out on top in any conflict or struggle, it is imperative that you think before you proceed to act when the time is right, of course. Human beings are perhaps naturally inclined to want to smooth things over as quickly as possible with the people they see on a regular basis. Nevertheless, it is important when managing workplace conflict to ignore this urge and cease contact with the person. And whatever you do, do not be the first person to extend the olive branch. This might be interpreted not only as an admission of guilt, but also as a sign of weakness. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Your opponent will eventually be the one to make the first overture of reconciliation. In a fit of anger, you may say things that are hostile, hurtful, or downright malicious. Nonetheless, the spoken word has the potential to fade with memory, but the written word, however, is literally there for all to see. With that in mind, it is important that you never put anything incriminating in writing, such as in a rage-filled email that will come back to haunt you. Rumor, hearsay, and second-hand rhetoric carry relatively little weight in comparison to documented evidence of your misdeeds or disdain for your colleague. Now that you know not to produce any proof of your animus and thereby put yourself in jeopardy, you can sit back and relax as you wait for your coworker to shoot himself in the foot. Be certain to save any emails or communiques that have the potential to incriminate him or cast him in a negative light. Put yourself in the role of the prosecutor and build the strongest possible case to work in your favor. When the time comes, produce the evidence to the presiding judge and jury. If you want to be known as a person with generally positive, amiable, dependable, and approachable, be sure to stand apart from your pesky colleague who, for the purpose of contrast, is negative, dour, dubious, and inaccessible. You will always catch more flies with honey than you will with vinegar. Usually, our impulse is to side with the good guy in all disputes, large and small. Take on the good guy role, and you can be sure to have an advantage over your opponent. Finally, you might want to consider going about your daily business without giving much regard to the conflict. When people bring up the topic, quickly acknowledge it without delving into the messy details. Make it appear as if you are ready to let bygones be bygones. The more space you put between yourself and the conflict, the quicker it will be resolved or maybe just forgotten. Dwelling on such unpleasantness is both unhealthy and counterproductive.